Here comes Kaya's battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is gonna go! Then spin up in!
And we welcome you here to the Hun School of Princeton for Hun Homecoming Weekend. Here live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We got a doubleheader of Hun athletics here this afternoon, and it will turn into evening when we'll have the football team playing under the lights. But our first contest will be this Hun School of Princeton field hockey team. You see them there in their home white jerseys, taking on the Pennington Red Raiders, who will be playing in the black jerseys as they announce the starters to the crowd. We thank you for joining us. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Our entire PBPSN crew. Hun coming in, they're 2-1-4 on the season, with Pennington coming in at 1-5. So two teams looking for a win here on a beautiful afternoon. Sunny skies, decently hot temperatures, but not too uncomfortable, as both teams have been announced here by the athletic director in Bill Quirk. Hun coming in, again, 2-1-4. A couple hard-fought battles there that they recently had to go through. Montgomery, Princeton Day. Most recently to Montgomery, losing 2-1. Princeton Day losing 3-1, and then tying Stewart 1-1. You get a look at Pennington, and they are coming in again 1-5. 6-1 loss to Princeton Day School. Wendy Morris, the head coach, and she will gather the troops before sending them out. So 15 minutes on the clock. Used to be halves. Now they're going quarters. So Pennington today going to be coached, or excuse me, Hun today going to be coached by Melanie Proud. Tracy Arndt not here due to personal reasons. And the Hun School of Princeton will take the field. And you see them huddling up. Nora Kempson, sophomore goalie, has been phenomenal this year, coming up with some huge stops, and you see her entering her area between the pipes for the Hun School of Princeton. Again, Hun in the white, Pennington in the black, and Hun on the draw moves it left to right, and will whack it all the way out of play. And we are off and running here from Hun. So Hun can just pitch it deep and play some defense. See if Pennington can escape. Look like right off the draw, Hun was just looking to, again, whack that ball deep. Get on the forecheck, so to speak, as they say in ice hockey. Pennington trying to work their way past the midfield, and they do well. No, it's a turnover in midfield by Hun. And the first minute of gameplay, both teams trying to feel each other out. touch by Maya Zalin of Hun. Pennington trying to get a switch of the field. And the kickball called against Hun, so Grayson Ward will restart. And she'll actually leave it off for Ava Vecchione. And this ball goes wide out of bounds, so no chances in the early going. All the play in the midfield. Key players for Hun School of Princeton, Ashley Jones, senior midfield. Been the backbone of the team for 3 years now. Can play good D, can get on the attack. And that's usually what you want from a midfielder. Good leadership qualities as well. Another restart for Pennington. A lot of open field. And Hun in the midfield, forcing the turnover. Ava Olander. Far side, Logan Frith. And back on the attack goes Pennington. Another steal in the midfield. And drawing the foul is Hun. Good block there. Ashley Jones in the area for Hun. And some room for Mallory Smith to work. Hun finally getting in near that Pennington goal, but last touch by the Raiders. 3 minutes gone by, first quarter. As a lot of the action so far taking place on the far side of the field. Once again, trying to whack it middle. And now Hun. Looking like they were going to be able to get a switch. But Ashley Jones had her pocket pick, stayed with it though. Here's Jones weaving through some defense. Jones guiding it towards goal. And that'll be a dangerous try for Ava Olander. Good defense by Sammy Lambden for Pennington. And a good run up the left side here for the Red Raiders. Daisy Hutnick. So now Pennington will get back in as Hutnick plays it off the Hun player. And the Red Raiders can try to get forward. Ava Vecchione. Looking for it middle, got through the stick of Mallory Smith. And once again, it's Mallory Smith playing good D for Hun. Nothing easy so far for Pennington. Good stick work by Emma Nelson to feed a teammate. Now this one in the middle, unable to get a shot on was Pennington. As another try to get it middle. Cut off by the Red Raiders. Ava Chi, already a couple of good defensive plays for the Hun School of Princeton Raiders here. And this one gets all the way through. Allow Ava Olander to run onto it. Sophomore forward. Also play the midfield. Checking back, some good defense from Daisy Hutnick. And forces the foul against Olander. Hun causing the turnover. Maya Zalin doing the honors for Hun. And once again, it's Zalin on the ball. Decides the retreat for Chi. And that sequence will take us out of bounds, and Pennington will have the ball. 8:30 left, first quarter. No shots yet for either team. As this ball's going to get all the way forward, and Pennington will watch it go out of bounds. Good hustle by the Red Raiders. Nearly a perfect ball to put Pennington in business as Jules Harris was running on. Good work in midfield. It's Ashley Jones starting the attack for the Raiders. Oh, good deflection. Open goal. It's going to leak through. It's a goal for the Raiders. Get one more look at it. So Olander was in the area. So was Mia Chiodo. I think it might have been Chiodo who got that last touch on it, but nonetheless, it's 1-0 Hunt School of Princeton. Hun, another chance, and this one saved by Pennington. Well done. Lucy Harding up to the task there. Get another look at this one. Olander point blank, and Harding left leg, good save. Looks like we got a violation against Pennington and a penalty corner here for the Hunt School of Princeton. Good chance for the Raiders to get on the board again. So they break through with the goal by Chiodo. And now Chiodo will be the one to insert here on the penalty corner. Usually a good chance to score a goal. The shot from the top wouldn't get all the way through. Here's the second chance, also not there. Still dangerous. Harding with a kick. Still working around. And a penalty corner. Once again, drawn by Hun. Good pressure from the Raiders. Yeah, you got Raiders, you got the Red Raiders. Always confusing when these two teams match up. Neither team wearing red. The Red Raiders wearing black. Deflection, and this ball, Harding getting back, able to stop it. Another great save by Lucy Harding. Let's roll it again and see another good piece of goaltending by Harding. She was out of position, able to get back. You see there on the doorstep, Hun had a chance. It was Chiodo. Can't put the finishing touches on it. Good goaltending. Pennington now a chance, and this ball goes just wide. Best chance of the day so far for the Red Raiders. It looked like Isabel Adams on the try. So a restart for Hunt. Good action here, last couple of minutes. After both teams a little slow to start. feeling each other out in the opening moments. Knocked on but too far. Ava Olander will watch it roll. Under 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Pennington trying to get out of their defensive zone, but it's Chiodo trying to get on her horse very quickly, and she's called for the violation. We're heading back the other way for Pennington. Yeah, Chiodo up there, as well as Lindsay Italia, trying to wreak havoc, make things difficult for Pennington to get out of their own zone. Good action again in the last couple moments. Foul called against Lindsay Italia. Good stick in the midfield by Mallory Smith. Trying to play it forward past Emma Nelson, unable to do so. Restart for Pennington. One to nothing the score. Goal from Chioda is the only tally so far. Live field hockey here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And we're glad you're with us. Nobody home on the far side for Pennington. Smith will let it roll out of bounds for Hunt. Jules Harris on the ball for Pennington. Strong attacker for the Red Raiders and forcing that ball out of bounds. Last touch by Sammy Candle. So as we approach the final minute, Pennington will get forward with Isabel Adams coming onto the ball. Working at middle for Grayson Ward. Hun having none of it. Good pass there from Nikki Schaefer to Phoebe Thielman. This ball, can it get middle? No. Sammy Lambden was there. And the pocket picked illegally by Phoebe Thielman. Clock runs under 30 seconds. Here comes Pennington, only 5 seconds left. We'll get a ball middle, but knocked away by the Hunt School of Princeton. And we finish the first quarter. It's 1-0 Hun over Pennington. Goal from Mia Chiodo. And we will take a quick step aside. We'll come back for the second quarter of play live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. All right, we welcome you back. The Hun School of Princeton. Start of the second quarter. As Hun gets a goal from Mia Chiodo. Third goal of the season for the junior. And that is the difference in the game so far. As we are underway here in the second quarter. And Hun will be able to get forward quickly. Ashley Jones restarts as her teammates get ahead, including Ava Olander. Here's Chiodo. Foul called against Chiodo. Good stick work there by Hun. And Ashley Jones trying to weave her way back towards the middle. And this gets all the way through. There's a Hun body on the other side of it. But it'll pop out to Pennington. Good physical play by Mallory Smith to keep the the Pennington player where she was. That was Grace Arizari. And this ball will roll out of bounds for a Hun restart. Here comes Pennington again. Emma Nelson. Nothing really to test the goaltender for the Hun School of Princeton yet. And Nora Kempson, again, has made some big saves to keep them in all those close games. Been a big key, according to head coach Arndt. But so far, the players in front of her doing their jobs well. As on the attack goes the Hun School of Princeton yet again. It's Chiodo. Chance to go middle. And from behind, the foul called against Ava Olander. So whacked ahead, but it's 1-on-3 for Pennington. And they're able to at least draw the foul. Grace Arizari. She'll go forward, allow somebody else to restart. Defense that time credited to Abby O'Brien for Hun. Standing her ground in the middle. Good touch for Pennington. Daisy Hutnick. Pennington trying to square for a shot. Not going to get a good one on as the block was in there by Mallory Smith. Another good chance for Pennington. First player unable to square her body to pull the trigger. And then the second shot blocked. It'll still be a Pennington attack here with the restart. And it'll still be Pennington possession. We're going to tie this game up. Oh, a good pass, and Kempson will let it go. It'll be a penalty corner for Pennington. Not sure if we've seen a touch yet for Kempson. We got close there, and she will very likely be needed here on this possession as Pennington's got a great chance. The first penalty corner of the game. They insert. Oh, and great D. Here comes on the other way. How about Ashley Jones getting it forward and the Raiders have numbers. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. And more reinforcements coming. Phoebe Thielman, a lot of options. Had it blocked, penalty corner, hit the leg of Sammy Lambden. So from one penalty corner to the next, and this time it's Hun with a chance to go up by 2. Not much there, but Hun will earn another penalty corner. They'll try again. On the insert, Phoebe Thielman. So they'll try from the near side. The short ball to Zalin, and maybe not the right choice, as Maya Meehan Ritter was right there to defend for the Red Raiders. Up the left side, last touched by Devin Terendi. Out of bounds. Every time these balls, they go all the way through, even though they go out of bounds, and they're going to roll a ways on the turf. I don't have any extra ball boys, ball girls, as you see maybe on the college level for that quick restart. Players got to go chase it down themselves. Battle in the midfield, and the whistle will go in favor of Hun as it went off a Pennington leg. Red Raiders trying to get some speed in the midfield. The Raiders of Hun halting momentum. Foul against Hun. Once again, Ashley Jones. Turnover in the midfield for Pennington. Goal line extended. Hun will watch it go out of bounds. Logan Frith was there, but the Pennington restart. Under 7 minutes to play, first half. 1-0 the score. Lone goal from Chiodo. And this one still dangerous with Maya Zalin on the ball. Red Raiders come away with it. Can they get on the counterattack? Played to some open field, but it was behind the intended target in Devin Terendi, with the defense by Sammy Candle. Whistle in favor of Hun. And Candle will restart. Dummied in the midfield and good speed for Olander. Ava Olander changing direction. Still working hard. Finally got a shot, but it's kick saved away. Nikki Schaefer in the mix now as this ball deflects just wide. Get another look here. Had a good sequence for Hun. And the run from Olander. Good change of direction. And save from Lucy Harding, the goaltender. So far, so good for her. As this ball right on the doorstep, can Hun put it away? Not quite. Out of harm's way. Well, I spoke too soon. Here it is, right on the goal mouth. Harding will watch it. Not go into the goal, but a penalty corner called for Hun. Now Pennington probably will take that. A couple close calls. Trying to keep this a one-goal game. Raiders insert. Ava Vecchione cuts it off. Oh, you got a lot of numbers here for Pennington. Can they take advantage? Looks like the Raiders are going to get back on D to stop this counterattack. Still dangerous, and there's the first touch of the game. It's a good one from the goalkeeper in Nora Kempson. The sophomore with the cutoff of the angle. And kicking it with her right. We got 3-on-1 now for Hun. Back and forth we go. On the charge, the Raiders. And here's a kick as this ball will be kicked by Pennington. It's a penalty corner. Another save, though, for Lucy Harding as we get another look at the counterattack. I believe that's Chi in there, who would have switched her number to number 17 because we don't have 17 listed on the roster. And my mistake, no penalty corner is called. The restart will be a clean one for the Red Raiders. So both teams getting some strong work from the goaltenders on those counterattacks that look dangerous. Here's Chiodo trying to come back to center it in. And she'll restart quickly. Chiodo rolling it towards Cage. This ball with Harding is right there. She got another touch. Harding is out again, soccering it away. It's still on the doorstep, though. And finally, the whistle comes. And this will be a penalty corner. Seeing some good work from Harding. She's been working hard. Saw the one goal go through. As it looks like Hun is going to try to set up here from the near side. Phoebe Thielman will do the inserting. Right to Ashley Jones, winding up. And miscommunication there as you've got Thielman and Zalin both looking at each other, though it'll be another chance for Hun on the penalty corner. This time, short side. Back to Thielman. Good work. It's Jones looking far post. And we get another look. This was good work here. Good passing, tic-tac-toe. Got to think that Coach Arndt's been working them on those penalty corners in practice. And Ashley Jones just looking for a stick to deflect off of on that far post. Nothing there on the other side. 1.5 minutes left. And this ball is going to get all the way through, get over that red line, which they're using for field hockey. Pennington, the quick turnover. Terendi loses it to the Raiders. Sammy Candle eyeing down 4 Pennington Red Raiders in front of her. She needs a target to restart. Winds up and muscles it through. 1-2 ball stays in the field of play. Stick work from Phoebe Thielman, and she leaves it off for Ashley Jones. Logan Frith now with a lot of space. Chance to cross into the middle. Gets it there, but cut off by Pennington. And the foul called against Hun. 10 seconds left. This will just about do it for the first half. Unless we get a miracle here for Hun at the end. That'll do it. 1-0. The score remains the same as it did after the first quarter of play. Mia Chiodo, the lone goal. You get a look at the goaltender in Lucy Harding for the Pennington Red Raiders. Did well to keep it a one-score game. But the Red Raiders do trail heading into the third quarter of play. So we'll take a break here at halftime. We will come back with more on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We are ready for the third quarter. We're playing. Live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here. Glad you're with us. First of 2 games here at the Hun School of Princeton. It's a 1-0 lead for Hun. Chiodo the goal. And some good work defensively and between the pipes by Lucy Harding. But Hun right back on the attack. She's going to probably be called upon for a few more of those saves. Pennington still in this game. Only a couple chances for the Red Raiders. But in a 1-goal game, which is a score that Hun has played in quite a bit this year, you're always in it. Neither coach calling timeout in the first half. Fluid play, really, for the first 30 minutes. As Hun chases to restart here from their defensive third. Good work in the midfield by Zalin. Lena Chapo. Deflected by Pennington out of bounds. It's Mallory Smith, number 23, driving it towards middle. And she found a teammate on the other end. Here's a chance for Hun. Trying to get on the forehand for that shot, Ava Olander, but the defense not letting her do so. Probably the only chance to get a shot off there was with the backhand. So Pennington will just clear things away, give themselves some breathing room as it's deflected out. And it goes under the bleachers here as Hun going to have to retrieve. It's Ava Chen. A little chop from behind, and the whistle finally comes. Oh, the penalty is against Hun. As Pennington trying to wrestle possession back. Chen gets it wide. As this ball will trickle out of bounds, it'll be Pennington ball. Not a penalty corner, but restart for the Red Raiders. The top of the attacking zone. Claire King on the ball here for the Red Raiders. Goes backwards. And a chance for Pennington to wind up and shoot. Wouldn't get through, as it was Thielman standing her ground. Restart here for Hun. Sammy Candle, once again looking for someone. Goes the short way to Ashley Jones. And intercepted by Jules Harris of Pennington. It's a touch from Abby O'Brien. And the quick restart as Thielman goes up the right side and good speed for Hun. Going towards the middle, it'll be Pennington ball. The run from Ava Olander. Well, last touch by Pennington. Looks like Hun will have the ball here in their attacking zone. Still 1-0, first quarter goal by Chiodo is the lone tally. Trying to get it middle, and they do. Deflected off the side of the cage, maybe Harding actually. And Hun has earned themselves a penalty corner. So Pennington will get themselves settled across the goal mouth. And it'll be an insert by Chiodo. Jones bobbles a moment, runs the give and go. One more towards the far post, a little too far, and then it is put in. It's Ashley Jones on the finishing end, and Hun has a 2-goal lead. Take a look at this one. With Jones sleeking towards the middle, and a wonderful finish high over Lucy Harding, and Hun has finally broken through again. A lot of chances. And now with a little more comfortable a cushion, 2-0 the score, with Ashley Jones scoring her second goal of the season. Again, called the backbone of the program the last few years. Has shown tremendous leadership on and off the field, and it's always good to see your declared leader putting the ball in the back of the net. Well done by Ashley Jones. Senior from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Seven minutes left. Some solid D right there by Mallory Smith. The last touch by her. Once again, Smith challenging. Che coming up. And Pennington will try again along this near sideline. There was Mallory Smith. Nikki Schaefer working in the midfield for Hun, working with Ashley Jones. It's Pennington coming through the midfield in the form of Daisy Hutnick. Knocked ahead by Nikki Schaefer. It will go out of bounds. Good idea, as running onto it was Olander. Pennington playing in the black jerseys, on School of Princeton in the whites. As this ball comes all the way across the field into some open area for Hun School. And last touch by Pennington. That's what Mallory Smith thought. She does get the call. Battle on the far side. Hun's contender is Ava Olander, and she earns the restart. Play it all the way, and it's dummied by Sammy Lambden of Pennington. Four and a half to play, third quarter. This is Che duffing it a bit. So Emma Nelson of Pennington getting a switch of the field. Good stick work by Mallory Smith. Finding an open teammate in Chiodo. Playing the left forward position. Chiodo knocks it off of Pennington. Should be a penalty corner. And let's see what the referees call here. You got Hun setting up. And Pennington along the goal mouth. Converting on their last opportunity were the Raiders. Again, Ashley Jones on the score. Here's Jones again. This time a little tougher. Trying to get it back to Jones. Found Mallory Smith on the far side. Sweeping at it in front of the cage, and finally the whistle comes, and we're heading the other way for the Red Raiders. Approaching the final couple of minutes. As this ball will work its way out of bounds. Got the bleachers set up. You'll notice the lights that are obviously temporarily here. Those poles in your picture will be dishing out the beams of light so the football team can play under the lights tonight against the Blair Academy Buccaneers, a Mid-Atlantic Prep League matchup. And pretty much as good as you will get at the high school level in terms of size and ability for the two football teams. And it's coming up later. It's the Hun School of Princeton field hockey team on display, with the 2-0 lead, performing well. Hun's got possession after the swing and a miss. 1-0 win for the girls' soccer team yesterday for the Hun School of Princeton. We would have had a boys' soccer game earlier today, but a last-minute cancellation by the George School eliminated that. So 3 homecoming broadcasts for you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ashley Jones for Nikki Schaefer. Jones touching it again and running onto the ball. Very active here, and Ashley Jones with some nifty dribbling. She goes all the way to the far corner and actually worked it towards the goal mouth. One more, and Harding was able to rotate over for the save. So close. Get another look. Take a look at this one from Ashley Jones. Not even looking, just pitching it towards the middle as we get to the end of the quarter. Harding was there to seal off that far post. Otherwise, Ava Olander would have had a goal. So we come to the end of the third. It's a 2-0 Hun Raiders lead. We'll keep it right here, and we will look at, let's look at the recent results, familiar foes, so to speak, for these two teams. Pennington has had the upper hand in the last few years. 4 of the last 5 going the way of the Pennington Red Raiders. 2-0 win for Hun back in 2018, and it's the current score as we speak right now. And we'll see if the Hun School of Princeton can get back in the win column and earn themselves another spot in this familiar foes graphic. Going to take a look at the Hun School of Princeton and go in the coach's corner as well with Tracy Arndt, co-director of athletics. Coached and taught at Columbia, former first-team All-American with Penn State field hockey. Big Ten Freshman of the Year in '96, Big Ten Player of the Year in 1999, and it's not just the American game that she's done well with, but also some international experience as well. Won a silver medal at the '03 Pan American Games and a member of the 2002 World Cup team. Done a phenomenal job, not only as the field hockey coach for the Hun School of Princeton, but director of athletics alongside Bill Quirk. Tracy Arndt in our coach's corner. We will begin the fourth quarter of play. 2-0 Hun leads. Goals from Jones and Chiodo. "15 minutes left. Oh, we got a number of whistles here in the beginning parts of the fourth quarter. And it will be Pennington ball. Good step through Ava Olander. Olander got the steal, sweeping it ahead, and this one will go out of bounds as Harding knew where she was. Let it go past her for Pennington restart. Raiders trying to get forward. It's a beautiful ball. As Jules Harris was on the receiving end for Pennington. Another steal in the midfield. Phoebe Thielman, freshman from Pennington, New Jersey. Doing good work for the Hun School of Princeton. Two programs that know each other very well. Wendy Morris, the head coach for Pennington, and Tracy Arndt, the head coach for Hun. Both have great respect for each other, as it'll be a penalty corner for the Hun School of Princeton. It'll be Thielman to insert, and a chance to go up 3. Thielman will try the near side. Whistle comes before the insert, and we'll do it over. Jones and Olander at the top of the formation. It's Jones who receives. Goes a little to her right. Leaves it off. Looking far post. Staying in the field of play. And Hun will have to spin it back. Lindsay Italia will try to reset. Ava Che. And now Zalin working it towards the middle. Knocked away by Sammy Lambden. She's done some nice work defensively in this one. Ball out of bounds, and Pennington able to dodge the bullet there on the sustained attack by the Hun School of Princeton. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hun maintaining a 2-goal lead and really have had control in this homecoming matchup throughout. Been a couple of good chances for Pennington, but they've been short-lived. More of the chances have come the way of Hun, and you're getting some outstanding play from Ashley Jones today, who draws that penalty and will restart. Just scored the goal, the most recent one for Hun. And a good pass as this ball was tried to be centered, but block off by Pennington. Lindsay Italia fighting in the far corner for Hun. Chiodo, the first goal scorer, draws the penalty. She had the position, and now to the top. She will look to insert on the penalty corner. Ashley Jones. One more for Zalin. Looking far post. Got it on a stick, and Harding forced to make the save. The rebound shot goes just wide. Another good save by Harding, and we'll get another look. Actually, some good work there as Italia was camping out on the far post, and Thielman last to touch. As we are back to regulation play, it's Ashley Jones starting this sequence again for Hun. Zalin whiffing. Whistle goes against Pennington, though. Jones winding, a lot of velocity on that one, and draw a penalty corner as it bounces up into the leg of a Pennington player. So another chance for Pennington here on the penalty corner. Excuse me, for Hun. Jones winding, and that hit the pad of Harding. Back to the field of play. It's Jones again going middle. And the penalty called against Hun, with Avery Barrett the guilty party. Whistle will halt this attack for Pennington. Pretty much been all Hun here, especially in the second half. Oh, this ball intercepted in midfield. Come the Red Raiders, Daisy Hutnick trying to make something happen. Hutnick once again trying to go middle. And it'll be the first penalty corner in quite a while, won by the Red Raiders. Still plenty of time with just under 8 minutes left. But they do have to take advantage of their opportunities because they haven't gotten many. So, big opportunity here. Here's the shot, and it goes just wide by Ava Vecchione. Goaltender for the Hun School of Princeton. You get a look at her there, Nora Kempson. And you saw the referee just halting the clock there as, again, the players on the field having to chase down the balls when they go out of bounds. And sometimes that referee forced to stop the clock, especially with Hun now down or up by 2. You wonder if the Raiders would take some extra time to get those loose balls in no particular hurry. The clock on their side. Trying to milk this 2-goal lead. But steal by Pennington. Staying on the attack are the Red Raiders. Jules Harris with this ball, leaking out of bounds. Last touch by Jules. Ashley Jones, strong hit up towards the middle. String of passes here for Pennington. It's Jules Harris on her horse. Boxing out, decides to go backwards. And the whistle comes, it'll go off a leg of Hun. Penalty corner, Pennington. So a late boost here for the Pennington Red Raiders. In the last couple of minutes, some sustained pressure. Harris will dummy it. Block is there, but it goes off the leg of Hun. And Mallory Smith, another penalty corner for Pennington as we approach 5 minutes left. We got all the way through to the far post. And stepping on it was Kempson. Get credit for a save, but not as smooth as she would have liked. Still able to get it away. Restart by Grace Arizari. Hun finally able to get out of the danger. Just trying to whack it upfield. And Pennington with Emma Nelson. Still getting through. Kempson forced to come out, makes the save, and it goes just wide. So the Red Raiders sustain the attack, not going away quietly, but still trailing by 2 goals. Gonna need to get one through quickly. As Hun will play across the field along the defensive line, and it'll turn into a turnover. In the midfield, violation called against Hun. Kicked away, miscommunication there as Jules Harris called for the foul. Kempson came out. She's trying to, with a glance at the clock, be as aggressive as she can, keep Pennington off the board. Be a one-on-one. Sammy Lambden defending for Pennington. In a bit of trouble as she backtracks towards goal line extended. Hun comes away with it. And all things considered, this is going to waste some time for Hun with the clock at 1:30. Things looking good for the hometown Raiders. Ashley Jones on the ball for Hun. Ava Olander whiffing at it, and the whistle goes against her. Well, we know this Hun School of Princeton team has focused a lot on the process, not necessarily the product or the results, so to speak. They are climbing their way back towards a 500 record. Be the third win of the season for the Hun School of Princeton. Gone into this year with the idea of getting better every single day, and on this day, they're going to feel pretty good when the clock hits 0 in just under 10 seconds. Can they maintain the shutout? Jules Harris with the ball, clock ticking. That's going to do it. Hun School of Princeton, the win and a shutout for goaltender Nora Kempson. As Kempson gets mauled 2-0, Hun over Pennington here on homecoming. Take a look at the Hun School of Princeton upcoming schedule, proving to 3-1-4. Next up, Villa Joseph Marie, Blair Academy, and a Maple matchup. And then you got the Mercer County Tournament starting in mid-October on the 11th and 13th. As the Hun School of Princeton, the victory here, 2-0. Goals from Chiodo and Ashley Jones. And well done by those ladies over there on the Hun side. Take a game-winning selfie. And a little jog down to the goal for a couple of the key players. And Nora Kempson, well done. The shutout. And the final, 2-0 in favor of the Hun School of Princeton. Stick with us for game 2 of our doubleheader. We will have Hun versus Blair in football. That's coming up in just about an hour right here on our YouTube channel. So again, your final from the Hun School of Princeton. Hun 2, Pennington 0 in field hockey. Simon Rosenwasser saying so long from Hun. We'll see you in a little bit.